Hello everyone, my name is Nilsor and welcome to my vault. Today on Pillars of Eternity 101 we are going to take a look at the combat rules. When you start a combat, several things are going to happen one after another. First, the engagement rules are coming into effect. Then the character is going to perform an action, usually to hit the opponent. The resolution of the attack is going to occur, followed by the damage calculation. Then all this repeats until the combat is over. The engagement rules concern primarily the characters using melee weapons. They will have an engagement radius around them represented by a small area in which your character's target will need to be for you to attack. Then are checked the engagement limit, the number of targets your character can engage at the same time. Usually it is limited to 1, but it can be increased mostly via talents. If the target exceeds the engagement radius, a disengagement attack occurs. The attacker will gain a free action to attack the moving target in the limit of its engagement limit. The attacker accuracy and damage output are increased. If the target is hit, its movement will be stopped for a little while before being able to move again. The different actions available are a standard attack, reloading or firing with your ranged weapon, and a one-off or special attack such as spells. All classes attack at the same speed, meaning that monks aren't faster than fighter by default. What influences the attack speed is the type of attack, the attack and reload speed of your weapon, as well as the armor you're wearing. This and all the possible buffs and debuffs due to magic, potions or traits. When you perform an attack, the speed will be reflected by the animation. First you have your attack animation, then the recovery time. The latter includes the base recovery time of your weapon, as well as the armor modifier, such as the light armor adding 20% recovery time. For example, if you are equipped with 2 standard weapons, the first hand attack will take 1 second, its recovery will be of 1 second as well, then the second hand is also going to be 1 second, with also a 1 second recovery. This for a total of 4 seconds. If you add 2 fast weapons, each of these stages will take 0.66 seconds for a total of 2.6 seconds. A spell casting and recovery time are both at 3 seconds, meaning that it will take you 6 seconds in total. If you are wearing a heavy armor, going back to the attack with 2 standard weapons, you will add the armor modifier, which in that case adds 50% more recovery time like so. If you happen to move during your recovery, it pauses the timer before resuming when you engaged again. Once you've performed your attack, its resolution is going to be calculated. It's a comparison between the attacker's accuracy against the defender's defense. The accuracy is based on dexterity and is calculated like so. It will impact all your attacks, whether in melee, at range, or by using spells. The defenses are broken down in 4 types. Deflection, representing a character's ability to deflect direct melee and ranged attacks. Fortitude, dealing with a character's endurance to body system attacks, such as poison or disease. Reflex, for your character's ability to dodge area of effects attacks. And Will, your character's strength of mind and resistance to mental attack. When calculating if the attacker hits or not, the game rolls a 100-sided dice. The base outcomes are as follows. This is a table applied if, for example, the attacker has 20 in accuracy and the defender's 20 in deflection. But if it is 20 accuracy versus 25 reflexes, for example, numbers are changed like so. And if it is the other way around, then, if it's a hit, damages are calculated. There is 3 types of physical damage: slashing, piercing, and crushing, and 4 types of elemental: shock, burn, freeze, and corrode. The amount of damage taken is going to be reduced depending on the defender's damage threshold, or DT, influenced by the armor. Additional elemental damage from a weapon is always resisted by 25% of the target's DT. For example, if you hit someone with a saber that does 20/damage and plus 20% shock damage, so 4, with a target wearing an armor that has 8 DT with no special modifier for slash damage, but has minus 30% shock DT, it takes 12 damage from the saber itself. Against the shock damage, the armor DT is reduced to 5.6, which is then reduced to 25% its normal value at 1.4 DT. The target takes an additional 2.6 damage from shock, for a total of 14.6. Damages are then applied to the character, the entire value to endurance and 1/4 to health. During an attack, the action you attempt to do can be interrupted. If a character is hit while performing an action such as casting a spell, attacking an enemy or reloading a weapon, the action is interrupted if concentration can't be maintained. If an action is interrupted, it stops. If it's a repeated action like reloading or performing stealth attacks, it will restart from the beginning as soon as the interrupt animation finishes. For one-off or special use actions, the action is unlost, but it will not auto-reattempt. Concentration is influenced by your resolve attribute, while interrupt depends on the weapon and type of attack, each one having a base interrupt value. The next videos are going to be updates about the state of the beta. As of now, I've covered the bases, and there isn't really any point in doing a walkthrough-like video to explain the quest available in the beta levels, since it's going to be different from what will be in the final game. When it will be released, as of now scheduled for early 2015, I will also redo the previous videos to update their content. Thank you for watching, and see you later!